Man, I'm really going to need to just do this as a quick one. As a quick one. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming by and checking out our channel. My name is Nate, and we are Tactical Goons. And I just recorded this video, and it's not on my phone anywhere. So I'm going to do it again. You got to be kidding me. So at least everything's out this time. You ain't going to watch all that goodness. This video is going to go over my coyote hunting setup, what I do for day and what I do for night. So typically when I go hunt coyotes during the day, I won't bring the Fat Boy tripod, and I typically won't wear my chest rig with all my goods in it. Chest rig has got a lot on there. It's got lights, red admin lights. Got this little guy here, in case I get lost out in the woods. Extra magazine, GPS. I've got my EDC 37 in there, which is a super bright 8,000 lumen searchlight for finding those coyotes after we knock them down. And then I got extra batteries for my optics, my thermal. 3 batteries, one for the thermite, one for the Hydra, and one for my Jerry YM. But when I run during the day, typically I have this Everly stock, the Gunfighter 2 pack, which this chair and that bipod or tripod, they go down in here. So because this is the Gunslinger or Gunfighter 2, it's typically made for you to, you know, put your rifle in here. The bottom actually goes out further so the rifle doesn't stick up so high. In the top portion of it, but I don't use it that way. I just put those 2 items in my pack, and then I carry my rifle on a sling. So I keep my controller for my Icotech, my e-collar, typically inside here, and then my e-collar itself goes inside the pack as well. So when I go out during the day, that's how it is. That's what I use. So trigger stick, chair. I get set down. And what's nice with setting it up this way is I typically will run it close, like so. It's fully extended. There we go. Come on, legs. And then the DNT Thermite, which is up here on my 308, goes, it's a quick connect right here. And it's got profiles on there. So profile A is this rifle. Profile B is my Smith & Wesson 1854 44 Magnum. And then profile C is my Sig Cross in 308. So you just put it on that rifle, choose that profile, and you're zeroed and ready to go. Makes it nice. So, but I'll set up with this. This is how I run it. Normally I'm not scouting or glassing like this with my optic. That's a little bit awkward. You know, trying, especially if you're going to 180 it. So what's nice is when I have my chest rig on, or not even my chest rig, you can actually just take this and bring it back a little bit and just set this on your leg. Normally it sets better. There you go. So, and then when I go out, I'll typically have another optic. So during the day though, I don't normally shoot thermal. I use my digital day mode on my thermite. So when it's digital day mode, typically I'm just going to run like this on my tripod, my stocks, my brace. So I'm going to be further out. There we go. This is perfect. Like so. And then I'm going to sit, and my call's going to run, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to look. And normally I just look about 180. You know, you just got to be very cautious with your movements because coyotes, they see you move around too much, they're going to bounce. So typically I'm in, during the day, more hunting gear, like what's on that chair. Nighttime I kind of dress out like this because it doesn't really matter at night. But when I'm running, scouting, I just kind of keep looking over the horizon, looking at the edge of the tree lines and stuff like that, and just waiting and waiting. And then when you see something, then obviously with this, it's nice because it's a very small and mobile tripod. If I need to manipulate something with movement, I can move this over this way if he's over there, or if he's coming in from over there. You know, bring this back out this way, or actually move it. My desk's in the way, but move it that way. So that's how I run it during the day, and it works well for me. Nighttime is a whole different setup. We don't typically sit down at nighttime. We stand. The tripod I use is a Fat Boy. It's carbon fiber. I'll put a link to it, or put a name of what it is on the screen. I think it's a badass tripod. A little pricey. I think tripod and Ballhead, you're going to be out maybe $1,200, maybe. So nighttime, when the nighttime falls, this goes on. So I run this. Let me see, I get it all set up before I'm out there. So again, this has my, this flashlight is badass. I mean, you want to, I'm probably going to end up blinding myself if I do it towards the camera. And this thing is just, that's 8,000 lumens. And it has 8,000, yeah. Don't look at that if you're an epileptic. Don't have a seizure watching my video, please. So on my chest rig, typically what I have is I've got my magazine for the AR-15 with varmint rounds in there. These are normally 77 grain, about 2,800 feet per second. And I zero that rifle at 50 yards with the 5.56. I do have an extra mag, and typically what I'll do is I'll fill this up with more Nosler varmint rounds. Varmageddon is what they refer to them as. This has one of the Guardian Angel lights on it. So you could use it for that, or it has the mode where you can actually turn it on. So it's a light. And when I do that, it'll illuminate the ground enough where I'm walking and stuff at nighttime I can see. So, but at nighttime, you really don't want to put on too much light. So I do have this little, this is a loop gear. So it's a little red admin light. I read somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, coyotes don't see red. I mean, they can see the light, but they don't see it as they would see a bright white light. So when they see red light, they don't see it like we see it. It's more like of a grayish tone, so it's not as... So using this as an admin light to look at stuff in the dark. Because when you go hunt at nighttime, you want to go on a new moon. New moon is zero moon. I mean, it's pitch black out there. You get out of the truck and you can't see your hand in front of your face. So that's nice. I mean, that's dark. It's kind of creepy. So with this, you get a little admin light so you can look at things, look at your magazines, and look at stuff. And actually, you can also see the ground a little bit when you're walking to put out your call, your electronic call. So this is the chest rig that I run. It is a one Tigris. I guess where I got it. I'm not even going to say because you know where I got it. I do have a GPS on here because sometimes during the day I'll wear this too, and it's kind of neat is you can do it on your Apple Watch. You can actually mark waypoints, and then what's nice with this GPS, it's the Fortrex 901. When I mark waypoints, there's an app on my computer where I can get the coordinates, and I take those coordinates and I put them into Onyx or HuntWise, and then I just kind of map where I've been and what I saw and how it went, logging it. I do have extra batteries in here. I have one for each optic. Thermite, Hydra, and my Jerry YM. So that's what I do in that little pocket there. And then this is the setup. I mean, when we go out, I'm going to run my Fat Boy. Typically this is rotated, kind of similar to my last video on the Arca-Swiss, or the M-LOK to Arca-Swiss mounts. So you can put that any way you like it. But I'm going to raise this up typically how I would have it out in the field. And what's nice is when you have this like this, let's see how high I got this. No, that's good. I mean, I'm like standing perfect. So it might be a little bit too high because he may be a little bit lower. So I'm going to take it down a smidgel. And I think smidgel's a word that I made up. So that's more like it. Yeah, so you can kind of, work it if you have to. So that's funny, my dog's at the door scratching. She wants to come here. She knows I'm talking about killing our ancestors. So anyway, this is typically the stand. When we go out and do a stand, this is how it'll be set up. Tripod's ready to go. But what I do is I'll either have my Jerry YM, come this way, off my helmet. So my Jerry YM is thermal. And I normally put that in this front pocket on my chest rig. So what I do is, you're not going to want to scout or glass like this in a 180. You're not going to want to go, looking for a coyote out there in the dark, walking around your tripod and going, oh, where's he at? That's 180. That's not ideal. So typically you're going to get your setup, however you want to be set up. And you take this out, it's thermal. And you step back just a little bit. You just scan like this. And again, new moon, it's pitch black out. They got really good vision at night, but the likelihood that they're going to see you is slim to none. They're focused on that e-call, that dying rabbit that they hear. So that's just typically how I'll scan. Now, if I see something, say at 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock, normally I'll just put this back in my pouch. I'll keep the pouch semi-open so I don't have to zip it back up and make noise. I'll just rest it right in there. So, but then I can come get on my rifle. My optic is already on. Normally I don't have my strap on here. It's making a bunch of noise. I'll get on my rifle and then go to that 2 o'clock and then see if I can locate him with my optic. And then I'll laser range find him right here. Oh, he's at 275. And he's still coming in. So I'm just going to keep letting him coming in. And then all of a sudden he gets to an area where you're ready to get him. And then boom. Bedtime. So the other thing I do is I have another thermal. Don't go nowhere. And that's on my Daniel Defense. These are nice. They're quick disconnects. So I literally can just take this thermal off of this rifle. See, I'm not running that rifle for anything. And then I've got a lanyard on this. It hooks up to the same spot that my EDC light hooks into. So sometimes I like using the Hydra better than the Jerry YM because I think it's a better optic. So, but now I've got this guy here. So, and if my EDC 37 is not locked down in there, this comes out or up a lot easier. But then I'll use this for glassing, scouting, but staying close to the rifle. You don't want to be too far off where you're over here making movement and stuff and then coming over here to get on your rifle to get them. You want to stay close to the rifle, realistically as close as you can. So, and even if you're right here on your rifle, you can still glass. Get to about there and then switch your eyes and on that side of your head and just. So that's the only movement you're going to have. During the day, that might be a big thing, but again, at nighttime, I've never seen that as a problem. I've been glassing and then jumping onto the rifle, and coyotes, they're still coming in. So I don't think they see it. I could be wrong. I'm not a coyote. But, and then again, once you have that opportunity, again, this is normally attached to my rig. I just let that down real quick, and then I get on the thermal here. Oh, and then they're done. Nate and you and those pasture puppies, just killing them. You're killing them. So, but that's my setup. That's how I run my coyote hunting. Now, if you are a coyote hunter, let me know what you run. How do you run it? Do you hunt day? Do you hunt night? You know, what do you run? You know, what's your success rate? Because mine sucks. I think out here where I'm at in Idaho, it's just way overhunted. Plus, we had some pretty big fires north of where I'm at, and I think a lot of wildlife left that area, the BLM up there. So we're needing to find new places to get out to and go. So, but that is going to wrap up my video for today, my second video for today. But I do appreciate you guys coming by. This is the second time that I've recorded this, believe it or not, because the first time didn't show up in my photos. This one doesn't either, then I'm done. Won't do it. Just won't do it. So do me a favor. Right down there on the screen, click that thumbs up. Click the subscribe button. Click that bell notification to get notified when I post, when I or my brother post new content. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Thanks for coming by.